Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Long time no see. Hope all is well with you guys. So bring me up to date. What's going on in your lives? Jack, we have here, says hello, Mehran. Hello, Jack. How's it going, Colonel? And Nikki says, hey, Mehran. Hello, Nikki. Thank you very much for that. And hope that you've been well as well. Ed says, good evening, Mehran, 33 male UK. And I'm sure Jack is also from UK. And Nikki, well, then Nikki is well known, is in Orlando, Florida. There we go. See, make me think. And she is 51 years old. Oh, if I'm wrong, just correct me. I mean, I don't see numbers. And Emmanuel says, Buenos tardes, Mehran, and buenos tardes to you as well. Emmanuel, good to see you. Rita says, what's up, homies? I'll tell you what's up. Just hang on. Oh, it's too hot. That's what's up. So Emmanuel says, male 27, Boston. Dudley says, hi, Mehran. Hello, Dudley. Male 22, Alabama. Tomorrow will be the first Father's Day without my dad. And on Tuesday will be a year since he passed away. I'm really struggling. I miss him so much. He was my best friend. Yes, you will never cease to miss him. You will always miss him. And it would be a great place to seek refuge when you feel disappointed from the world, because he never disappointed you. Therefore, he's the place where you can always go to in your memory, think about him, look at his picture, cry a little bit, and find security and refuge when you're disappointed from life, because life will have all kinds of disappointments for you. But what you need to do to understand that life is not the entirety of that moment that is happening. There are other things going to be unfolding, and what you're feeling at that moment will dissipate as the feelings that you really felt bad before in the past also dissipated, and you're here now. And so every time that you're disappointed, you can go to your dad, feel his love, and also know that from that energy, you will propel yourself forward, catapult it forward, and this too shall pass. Whatever it is that might be disappointing you. But do not choose him as a place to be weak. He's a place to be strong. Whenever you think of him, you become stronger. That's what you should be focusing on. Ed says, I thought about end of relationship as similar to finishing a good book. But the relationship is not always a good book, you know. Says once the book is finished, it is finished. You can't go back to read the middle again. You can, but it doesn't change anything. It's like going to the memory, remembering how it was, but it won't change anything. It is finished, and now find a new book. Yes, that's good. It's not a bad way to think about it. Luna says, Salam, dear Mehran. I've missed you surely. How has your week been? What happened to the language, the code language that we had? What was it? Shukran, anatamam? Well, I give you the answer first now. I'm glad you're here. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I missed you guys as well. There's nothing I would prefer to do more as my work and career than doing what I do through Skype consultations and through these events. But, you know, we had to do what we had to do, right? Luna says, a female 35 UK. And Emmanuel says, not that it matters, but I'm still amazed at the fact that my ex was so humble and detached from material things in the beginning, and then after we started the relationship, she became unbearable. Well, in some people, it usually is. They have a different mask, different face on. Maybe that's game face, I don't know. And then when they achieve and accomplish or get what they want, then you get to know the different side of them. So this is why it's important to have a little bit longer pre commitment relationship to get to know each other's consciousness, and rather than just the mask, that the image that we're always trying to negotiate life with it. Steven says, hello, Mehran. Hello, Steven, male 40, Los Angeles. Pooja says, hello, Mehran, female 32, India. Hello, dear Pooja. Emmanuel says, she became ambitious in a horrible way. She had a thirst for money like I've never seen. That exact same thing ended our relationship. Orlando says, Miha, I believe that's part of my name, is an R before A and N after A. That will complete the cycle. And Rolling On says, nothing, says Emmanuel. And Tea with Sugar Cookie says, hey, how are you doing? Hello, Tea with Sugar Cookie. Thank you very much for asking. Welcome to the channel. I think it's your first time here. Give us a little background by giving us the code like Luna has up there. F for female, 35. Her age, UK is where she's coming from. So same thing for you. F or M or whatever your gender is signified with, age and where you're tuning in from. That will help us to know a little bit more about the text, who's behind the text. Gatto from Italy says, hello, Mehran. Hello, Mr. Mehran. All right. Male 34, Italy. Como stai? Or maybe buonasera. Again, I should remember that this is nighttime over there. Good of you to be here. Luna says, كيفك هذا المساء شكرا أنا تمام المساء. I hope I didn't butcher the language. Tea with Sugar Cookie says, I'm 15. Do you guys think I'm too young to be here? I'm really struggling. Well, I don't know what you're struggling with, but I hope that your parents are aware that you're here. And anyhow, you may watch and listen if you like, but this is not geared for 15-year-olds unless there's a certain thing you want to ask, and I'll see if I can respond to it according to your age. But I also like to know your gender and also where you're tuning in from, where you are. So it gives me a little bit info about your cultural background and so on. Rolling On says, hi, Mehran. Hope you are doing well. Missed you guys as well. Rolling On, thank you for being here. Male 33, Texas. Now, as you can see, guys, we still have 14 people here, so we have work to do. I need to do some maybe promotional events about it on Facebook and so on, and maybe I should have to trim or modify the live stream announcement, which is 2 times a day. I change it to Saturdays only, and at the same time, I need you guys to do something too. Almost a 1 week apart, but we're still at 13. So, come on, let's make changes. Orlando says, Mehran, hi from Albuquerque, NM, New Mexico. Oh, I see. 43. Welcome. Emmanuel says, okay, Luna says, mashallah, a complete and grammatically coherent response. Okay. Says, I'm glad to hear it. How's your mama and Rain? Well, Rain is good. Mom is good as well. And hopefully I'll see her tomorrow. I haven't seen her, but I'm always on phone with them every day. It's been rather busy week for everybody, I guess, and Rain is good. Rain is loving and growing and and sweet. I don't know if she'll ever be a guard dog because she loves everybody. She's excited about anybody she meets. I don't know what's with her, but eventually I'm sure she'll show her teeth to the wrong intended people if that should be necessary. And Stephen says, I began talking to this girl and I have a date with her next week. Aha. I'll see where this goes. What's your advice on beginning new relationship? Nothing. Don't come heavy. Don't lay it thick. Just be there for tea, coffee, for making yourself and her a pleasant evening. Enjoy, amuse yourselves, make her laugh, talk. Don't be a clown, but just be there. Don't try too hard. Just be there. Listen to what she says. Like, pay attention when she talks. Don't think about what you want to say after she's finished talking. Focus on what she's saying and ask questions about what she's saying. Good questions, not intrusive questions. Like, when she's talking about, yeah, I like, I don't know, the ice cream tastes good. You say, oh, why? Is it, no, not why. Just say, yeah, ice cream kind of is a safe place to go to, kind of makes you feel comfortable. Something positive, like in regards to what she just said, rather than hear it and thinking about what I should be saying so I can get one step further to what I want to do, which is, I don't know, hold her hand or kiss her. None of that shit. Just let her feel comfortable that she can be, she doesn't have to be on guard. Don't advance. Just be there. There's a difference between advancing and floating. Just be there. Be in the environment. Be focused, fully attentive, but don't want to advance. Just float. Float with her. And lovely Lily says, 29, female, Pakistan, says, Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Mehran? Happy to see you again. Lovely for hearing that you're here as well. A lovely Lily, and I like that name. Cartoon says, 29, male, India, says, hey, Mehran, your advices are so powerful and healing. Thank you so much. My pleasure. I'm delighted to be part of maybe a good experience and part of a solution to some of the challenges that you guys are facing on a day-to-day basis. And that's what we are doing here. And Luna says, she sounds divine and sweet. Yeah, she is. She has her moments, and usually huskies in the middle of the night, that's their hunt time. So they go real second wind, Their eyes look different. They become more focused, and that's the hunting time. That's what. So you just want to, have them already worked out before it gets too late at night, so they'll be resting at that time, right? And having that energy, wanting to put it to work. Orlando says, I misspelled your name before, so I wanted to redeem myself. That's all right. That's all right. Not a problem at all. I appreciate that. And Stephen says, great advice. Thanks. You're quite welcome. All right. So we're open for business. I guess I'll have some tea first. So I guess we did say hello. We greeted each other, so there's nothing to do unless you've got some, I don't know, cake and tea coming. We can all go home now. We're done. Cartus says sometimes you know your parents are wrong, but ethically and morally you can't argue or leave them. How to deal? There's a tendency you always want to prove to your parents that you are smart as well as they are, because they have established that they're smart to you and to them since you were a little boy, you were a kid, so whatever they did sounded like godly because he was so wise compared to where you were. Now that you're older, you have this urge to kind of make him see that, hey, listen, you are not just always right. Yeah, you may need to say that, but it wouldn't make any difference and wouldn't help them because they're already conditioned to think that they know better than you. So you keep all that, be diplomatic to deliver what you want to say in a very smooth way that will make a change in their mind without being offended. Because when parents, especially in that neck of the wood, have worked so hard for their children, and they're traditionally everybody is full of ego, hardly they're gonna accept any comment coming from their children, and that is their shortcomings, not up to you. But you observe it because they're your parents. You communicate in a good form, and you make them see your point. And whether they agree or not, they will go and think about it, even though they right away say, no, this and that, because they want to keep, they're afraid. Now that you're older, they're afraid to lose their so-called leadership or their hierarchy. Especially that they're getting older and you're getting younger, I mean, in a way of adulthood. So you're younger than them, you have lots of energy, lots of opportunities ahead of you, lots of things you can accomplish. And they're losing grounds as far as competing with you in that same arena. So they want to hope to keep their image, and they know that they are diminishing in their activities and effectiveness in life, but you may not. Maybe you're not there and they're not there yet. They're still young and you're still not there where you would be. But it is something that could have a say in the way they react to you. So be diplomatic, flow things smoothly, gently, make them see things. You don't have to be harsh. That is their job and that is their conditioning. Your conditioning is not to be arrogant and harsh. They've had lots of challenges while you were growing up, lots of tension in their lives, and they could have adopted some bad habits. But you don't have to. So be gentle, appreciative, understand that they went through hell for you. So what? Let them win something. But make your point, but don't fight over it. Be polite about it. Make them see the point, not your sharp edges coming to pierce them. Make them focus on what you're trying to deliver rather than your might. Get yourself out of the picture. Just present your logic. That's all. With smooth, proper, kind way of delivering it. Then it would make a better impression in them and it would bring a better result. And later on, when you're older and you have your job and everything and you can go and live by yourself, then the dynamics will change a little bit. And you guys become closer and less tension because you have your own place, they have their own place, and you meet each other, and always you'll be a little bit different unless neither one is adhering to being warm or pleasant in their delivery and won't be able to get the ego out of the way. ASP India says, male 26 years old, India, not feeling better, suffering from sleeplessness due to anxiety. Well, you need to meditate in order to bring the ripples of the mind, which is naturally high because it's active and trying to deal, figure out things for you as you command it to do this, to do that, contemplate on this, do that. So meditate so you can bring the ripples of the mind at the lower frequency, and when it becomes that low, the activity decreases. When the activity decreases, the mind is ready to take a rest because it doesn't have mandates or functions, calculations to do, ponderings to do. And that can be accomplished through meditation, which we have a meditation video, as you know, on our channel. And all you have to do is just watch that, and then you can do the meditation with me while you're watching the video. So we put down meditate on the search engine of my channel, and you end up getting the video that you're looking for, which would be this one that I'm going to put the link for you here. You can take a look at this and enjoy learning it, and then make that become your habit every day, 15 minutes, half an hour, maybe in 2 different sessions. Do it. At the beginning, you can maybe do it 2 minutes. And when you feel like, oh yeah, that's interesting, so do a little bit more until you get used to it. And then you won't mind doing it every day. Because meditation is an elixir of life. It's necessary. It's just like eating food. It's like breathing air. It's just like sleeping. You need to meditate because it's going to naturally increase the amazing hero neurotransmitters, which are essential to your balance and strength and good conditions. The GABA neurotransmitters responsible for managing anxiety, depression, and intrusive thoughts is going to be increased by 30%. Serotonin, melatonin, going to be increased about 300 to 400%. DHEA, growth hormones, going to be increased, and cortisol is going to be decreased by 50%. So if you look at these, are natural way of promoting these neurotransmitters that is we are all in need and suffering from lack of it, especially with the using the lights coming out of these computers and all day long. They affect your serotonin, melatonin, and therefore you need meditation to rejuvenate yourself and have more power of positivity and energy flowing through you than the stuff that you're being affected by negatively in life. Emmanuel says here in America, whenever you fill a job application, you will have to answer a typical question, which consists of identifying your race. What do you think is the point of this? It could be positive, it could be negative. Could be positive because they want to see the dynamics and cultural background if it's going to fit their team. It's like a track team is figuring out where you come from, so they know maybe physical structure or historically what they know about such athletes. That comes to picture their diligence, discipline, and so on. Or maybe it will help them to know where they've been trained, what kind of training they've received. These are some of the dynamics that could help the team to be cohesive. And in companies, they also try to do the same. Although I find it intrusive and irrelevant, personally, but it is something that it might be interesting to them also, because you guys have different mandates or different quotas or different regulations in your job market. Companies perhaps trying to fill out a certain number of different races to be having continued saying that equal job opportunity, or by the government's rules they have a mandate to make sure that there's certain percentage would be of this race, of that race, so it would not be um, against the rules, meaning preferring only one race versus the other. So they're bound by some rules to make sure that there would be equal hiring number, or at least within the certain percentage that they are bound to comply. That's all I can think of. I'm not sure if there's any other reason. And it could certainly also be just downright racist. Who knows? And Cartu says, I agree, but practically it becomes difficult to make them understand the new outlook of society, and communications leads to more argument and fights. Yeah, it does. I understand. Perfect. I'll try to be more logical instead of being angry. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Just imagine when you have children and you've helped them and you raise them for like 20 years, and then suddenly they think they know a lot, because they do compared to when they were 15. But compared to you, they still don't know the ins and outs. It's like a great chess player, like Gary Kasparov is sitting and playing with a computer. Even the computer is smart, but it has to play every move to the end of the game to know if that move is good or not. But Gary Kasparov looks at it, knows that this move at this time, based on experience and thousand times played, and he can watch the movement of the games in relation to each other in one look, where the computer has to go through every single move to learn how that will end up. But Gary Kasparov can see it right in one piece and knows this move is right or wrong. That would be the position that you will have to a certain age with them, even though they seem to be adult at the time. So consider it a little advantage in experience and know-how through them, even though if it's not directly in the field that you're expert now, but overall they may still have more wisdom that you could use and benefit from. Maybe not about this particular topic that you're talking about, but in general I'm talking about. And Lukas Kowalski says, male 32, Poland. Are we shrinking? We had 15 and now we have 11. Okay. Obviously, we gotta make it once a month. Looks like once a week is still too much. They can't stand our conversation here. But no, we got to do a little bit more promotional. Maybe next week we'll have a lot more, because we're going to do, you guys and me both, we're going to be more active on getting the word out. Lucas says, male 32, Poland. Recently, I feel some kind of disconnection with the world. Nothing makes me happy and I have no motivation. It surprised me because I thought I'm a well-balanced person. How to reconnect? Well, I don't know what has happened in your life, whether it's a girl involved or something that has been disappointing, or somehow your plans haven't come together as you hoped it would, and so you are preoccupied with figuring that out. I'm suggesting don't try to figure anything out. Just start fresh. Just say, okay, what are the things that I want to do? I'm not going to be worried about the things that I haven't achieved or didn't work out for me recently. I'm just going to focus on what things I actually want to accomplish and how am I going to go about it. Starting fresh. Because it doesn't matter what things didn't work out. I actually want to get some things do work out. So let me focus on that. Let me focus on how I can make things start rolling for myself. And remember, you're not supposed to look for excuses to be motivated. Nobody's supposed to come around and pump you up so you'll be motivated. Being motivated is the elixir of your survival. How are you going to survive if you're not motivated? Aren't you motivated when you have a stomach, pressure and you got to go to the bathroom? You're motivated, right? Because what? Because of the pain. You become motivated that I got to go get this out and flush the toilet. So you got to listen to these signals. If you feel that you are a little bit depressed, that's like having a little pain in your tummy that says, do something about it. So it's telling you that become motivated, because you're not motivated. I'm giving you a hint. This is not going to get you successful in life. It's a signal for you to go and advance on what is missing, which is whatever is keeping you down, you overpower it. Says, listen, I don't like this feeling. I'm not going to lay down here and keep feeling this way. I'm not going to be non-responsive to world and to life, and nothing's going to excite me. It's all bullshit. I'm going to make these things happen for me. I'm not going to sit here and let life happen to me. I'm going to happen to life. And these are the attitudes that you're going to be using for yourself, and take these low energy times as a signal to you that you got to do something about it, not as a signal to you that you don't want to do something about it. You got to sit down on your ass and just see how the world goes around, and somebody may feel sorry for you and come and give you some success. Nobody's going to do that. Everybody's trying to wash their own shit and fish, fry their own fish. So get your ass moving, and don't be so soft and cozy about yourself. Start thinking about what makes me happy, what makes me motivated, and the fact that I'm not motivated, it should be the reason I should be motivated, because that's not how I like to live. You see what you brought up here? You don't like it. That's why you brought up here. So if you don't like it, move your ass. Do something. You don't like the pain in your tummy, you go to the bathroom and shit it out, right? You don't like to sit around, feel sorry, then I don't know, get your bike, go out, do some biking, go do some energy, do something that you think that you should be doing, whether you like it or not. Go do it and create that locomotion, create that motion, bring that movement of energy. And when things starts rolling, it's like a train, a locomotive. It's hard to start moving, but boy, once it pushes and gets that tires, those wheels rolling, as hard as they may be at the beginning, but it pushes it. Because every time a locomotive stops at the station, it's like it's depressed. It doesn't want to move. Because when it does, it's so cranky, so slow. But guess what? When it endures that and pushes that through and gets on going the speed, gets the rhythm going, then it goes and will never stop. And that's where you want to go. That's how you want to handle it. All right. We have Nilugani says, good day, Mehran, 23 London. Hello there. Is it that big a deal if I never hear from my ex again? No, not at all. You don't want to hear about your ex at all, because that's an ex. If you wanted to, if you were supposed to hear from her, it wouldn't be an ex. It would be a now. It's yesterday. Leave her be. She doesn't have a monopoly to love, kindness, sexuality, intimacy. She's just another. If she's not turning for you, you shouldn't care if she turns at all. Forget it. Wheel of life. If it doesn't turn for you, you shouldn't care if it turns at all. A woman is so beautiful and amazing. If she's got no interest in you, you shouldn't care if she's that beautiful and amazing at all. Move on. Find the one who actually wants to socialize with you and benefit you from her talents and specialities. Don't give a damn what she talks about, what she doesn't. People hear it here and now, and eventually they get tired of it and say, okay, how many times do you want to say that? So you just go on, and if anybody confronts you with that, oh, she said that, say, well, everybody has their own views and she's entitled to that. I'm not going to go around fixing her. She knows if she's lying or not, and that's all it matters. Her knowing it. I don't care. And you're responsible to think about what you want to think. If you're so stupid to believe all that, well, that's your department, not mine. And if you don't, then perhaps you've got more intelligence than you think. Simple. Don't be shy about it. But don't have to go around defending yourself. Rita says, female, 39, New York. So the follow-up, there is a follow-up, so there must have been a previous one, isn't there? There are no previous ones. No, there's only what some homies. That's all. Oh, there is one. Oh, no, there is none. He says, so, the follow up. If you recall, I sent my ex an email but no reply. No, I don't remember, but okay. Because his maternal grandmother passed away. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Last week. I sent his mother an floral arrangement offering condolences from my family to theirs. She called to thank me. Your thoughts? Yeah, good. I was and am grateful that my parents raised me to have cough. As for the ex, silence. It's kind of make me laugh. No, you shouldn't expect any response from him or think that he's doing anything on purpose. Obviously, he wants to break up and he doesn't want to get back together. So he doesn't want to turn this into an opportunity for you guys to talk about. If your intention was that, well, this is how you're going to be thinking about it. But if your intention by sending a flower arrangement to the mother was to condole, to send them your condolences, well, that's what you've done and succeeded. And that should be enough. Whether the kid, the son, is going to respond to you or not, it's irrelevant because you didn't do it for any expectations of reciprocation or recognition of the other side or the ex. You did it for the fact that it was appropriate thing to do, and you did it right by sending a flower arrangement to the mother, and that was fine. Ignore him, unless this whole thing was a excuse for you to get talking to him. That's where your expectation is not being met. That's why you feel the way you feel, resentment toward the guy, pissed off, and all that because you say, I made this effort, but no response. I'm left. No, you don't. You shouldn't give a shit. Either you did this for you or you did it for as an excuse to get talking to the guy. If you did it because it was appropriate to do, well, you did a great job, and that's the end of it. But you're going to try to turn it around and turn it into an expectation from a guy who's your ex. And if he doesn't, then you want to go on a tandem or on a tangent that no need for you to go. Well, that's not going to be healthy. So simply you did what you did and leave it. That's it. And feel good about it. Don't expect anything. Don't give a shit, in fact. S.A. Zone says, how can I get over my fear? First thing first. Gender, age, where you tuning in from. And a hello. Like, hello. I'm here. What's the protocol? Anyhow, welcome to the channel. I'm glad that you're here, and we'll get to that. But simply, there are many videos on this channel, 1,700 videos on this channel, and it has addressed fear that you're asking about in detail. Just go on my search engine and put in fear, F-E-A-R, that's it. Or the playlist, fear. I think they have one. I've got over 70 maybe playlists, and you check them out and see which topics interest you. And there are many videos that are not in any playlist. So you go on my search engine and just put the word that explains your feeling or what you're looking for. There are bound to be a bunch of videos on it. Emmanuel says, whether was it through Aikido or philosophy, have you had the chance to study the concept of vibration, which states that everything that exists vibrates, including non-living things such as yeah, everything vibrates. Yeah, of course, because everything is made out of what? Atoms, and even smaller than that. And atoms, they're vibrating. Yeah, they're moving. They've got orbits. The electrons on the different orbits, and they're exchanging. So everything is constantly resonating, the frequencies, and the vibration is how everything goes around. I've heard that even people who can understand this can go through walls because the vibration is, I don't know, higher or lesser, I guess higher than the vibration of that wall. I don't know, I haven't done that, but it would be feasible. It's not inconceivable, it's feasible. All right. And Emmanuel says, I love this theory. All right. Rita says, follow up last week. Yep. Got it. Donna says, good day, female, 43, Melbourne, Australia. Good day to you as well, Donna. Good of you to join us. It's 6:40 a.m. Sunday morning. I have 2 jobs interviews this week, and I'm happy about that. Yes, it is a very happy occasion to have job interviews. Just go there. And some of the things that makes a job interview successful is not outwardly, like they won't see it, but you know it, and you're not doing anything about it, but you just intended it and unleash it and start it and let it roll. And that is your energy. Before you enter the room, you send your thoughts and energy that is sourced from the flow of the universal energy that is flows from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe and passes through you. And it's passing through you, you simply intend it to go into that room and beyond. It's kind of gets your energy in there. And when you're sitting doing that, it will continue without you even know, because you already started it. And that flow of energy will help more than you can imagine. And you will just be focusing on answering questions and doing the things you do. And that energy, because you started, it's like an engine. You started and you forget about it. You started. You send the intention in with positive intention that you like the interviewer. You like, I'm going to see an interviewer and I like her or I like him. You just go in with that intention, then forget about it. That will do its job and you do your job. That's all. Don't try too hard. Rita says, yes, my intention was condolences. Then you've done your job. No worries then. And she says, not an expectation, it's just an interesting observation because other exes in the same circumstances have been adult or cordial. Anyways, yes, you're right, on point. Sensei, I'm proud of myself. Yes, you should be. And look, so he's an ignorant. That's more reason for you not to want to have anything to do with him, because he's an idiot. I mean, it doesn't hurt him. Just say, thank you very much for your kind gesture toward my family, my mother. I appreciate it. Hope all is well with you. And that would be a classy thing to do. But obviously he doesn't have it, or he's afraid of it, or whatever it is. He didn't do it. That's his shortcoming. You shouldn't fuss about it. You shouldn't be bothered about it. It's not your doing. It's not your shortcoming. As hard as it may have been, you did what it was not so easy for you to do. But you did. So you're mature, you're adult. Let him be where he is. Don't worry about where he is. You've got no responsibility towards him. Boy, the hour has passed so quickly. We've got another 10 minutes only. That's amazing. All right, guys, remember that we hope to have this every week on Saturdays, as long as we can hold it. Tonight, we'll have another one at 9 p.m. For the Australians and Philippines and New Zealanders and Hong Kong and Singapore and India and Pakistan and Iran and UAE, Asian countries and Australia. So hopefully this week will be all of us, including me, more active to promote this thing, get the word out, Instagram, social media, whatever it is that you guys got to do. You know, we have a plan, right? So let's work on that together. Donna says, Mehran, I have a mate who is a bad hoarder. Sorry, who's the rest of it? I'm trying to help get her home safe from spiders, mice, etc. Do you have any others? I don't understand. Hoarder is a disorder that someone has a hard time to get rid of things. Well, what does spiders, mouse, and etc. comes out? She actually hoards them. What is he? What is she hoarding? Anything supposed to be anything. Hoarder is a disorder that when someone is having a hard time to have a thought of throwing something away. Isn't that what you're talking about? And now you're talking about spider and mice and I'm freaked out. No. Rita says, oh yeah, right. Ed says, are streams just once a week now, Mehran? Yes, Ed. We've decided that we had done as much as we could and it wasn't going anywhere, like people weren't noticing or YouTube wasn't pushing it or people wouldn't find it. So it was kind of abnormal that after so many, we've got over 500 live streams. We're still unknown, even though we have pretty good, content. So we decided to have it once a week, Saturday at 1 o'clock, unless something changes and I have to switch it, but usually Saturday at 1 o'clock, and then Saturday at 9 p.m. So we can hit other ends of the world, and that would be once a week. It wasn't. It was pretty much taking lots of my time, cutting the day. It wouldn't let me do anything else if I needed to, and at the same time, it wasn't really showing that it's reaching as many as it could reach. So it was not as effective as I hoped it to be. While it was effective for many of us, and many enjoyed it, but it wasn't the best way of helping or promoting. When you have prepared a wonderful dish and you put it on table, but nobody finds it, few people find it and they appreciate it, but still, it's not the whole potential of that. So therefore, you gotta find what's wrong with it. So that's what we did. And David says, hello, Mehran, male 25, Dallas. I'm late. It looks like it will be goodbye soon too. Haha. Well, you're good at being right at the end of the thing. So that's all right. I'm glad you're here. Ed says, yeah, I guess I explained that. So we have got 16 people and 16 likes. And let me refresh this. There's a little yellow line here. It's telling me that not enough video is being sent. So there's going to be buffering at the other end. Oh, they're still here. It's still here. I don't know. It says, error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Are you guys experiencing buffering? Rita says, I think the rodents come because of the hoarding, perhaps. Oh, Donna says, no, she hoards everything. But the home is so bad that to help her use her kitchen, I have been organizing it. I only remove the garbage as I have been working. It is infested with spiders and oh shit. Oh, that's my nightmare. Oh, that's my nightmare. Oh, I hate having to deal with mice and stuff. I just don't like it. Make sure you wear gloves. I'm sure you do. And Pooja says no buffering. David says no buffering. Oh, okay then. Then YouTube is full of it as usual. They don't seem to help. They only just talk. We are this, we are that. But when it comes to a channel like mine, I don't get any love. I even have sent them a note about, could you please help me, because it doesn't make sense for what we do and for so many times, and still nobody seems, and my videos are not suggested, they're not pushed. My content is great. We know that. So I sent it a couple of days ago. I haven't heard back from them. I don't know if I will or not. And Donna says no buffering in Aussie. Okay, good. Then this is just another nonsense here. Ed says no buffering. Stream smooth. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, we are 59 minutes and 12 seconds. It's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. We'll have another one hopefully tonight at 9 p.m. And then hopefully we look forward to next week, and let's see what we can do. Maybe we can promote this somehow. I don't know how. I'm going to do whatever I can do. And maybe I'll put it on Facebook and Instagram, and also, I don't know, maybe on the schedule for the YouTube. And you guys do something, whatever it is that you think you can do. Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Chat rooms, Reddit, whatever. So I look forward to talk to you again next week. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.